I feel weird knowing that there are photos on Facebook of me and my ex. I delete them whenever I see them. I don't want to have a collection of the people that I've had in my life like that.
Gravity is just a force that's just continuously pulling us. It's like if somebody were to just be consistently pushing you towards a direction, we're getting consistently sucked downwards.
Would you say sucked downwards or pushed downwards?
I'd say sucked.
Right when Skyrim came out, I would stock up on food. I had laundry in my room. Like, I didn't need to go anywhere for anything. I would go days without talking to people.
Hello,
And
isolation.
I'm beaming right now. Look at this smile. I mean, Ian's balls fell off is the most clickable video we've ever had.
Yeah, Ian's balls, a TED Talk.
Ian's balls hurt.
Ian's balls hurt. That's the title.
It's a 5-second clip.
Real quick before we begin, I just want to give a quick shout out to Anchor for sponsoring today's episode. I feel like I've never said f*** you to somebody that I've never said f*** you to somebody's face in like an angry way.
Yeah.
I've seen you
like,
call somebody a face.
To their face?
Yeah.
What?
Out of anger?
Not
Yeah.
to their face.
Or was it like a real situation?
You called somebody a face during a video. I think it got cut. I think you called Anthony a face.
Whoa.
To his face?
Yeah, maybe
To
it
his
wasn't
fucking
Anthony.
face?
It was it could have been during summer games, like a Joven or a Sohinki, but you definitely called, you were heated and you called somebody a face.
Wow.
But it was like in a game, so it's like game heated, you know?
It was probably that kickball game where we all
No.
yelled at each other. I called somebody a face.
Yeah.
Because that's a funny one.
Yeah.
That's something I feel like I'd say
Yeah.
to Shane if he was being a dingus. He'd be like, you face, and then he'd laugh and do his he'd start the low and get high like he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to call people butt munch.
Butt munch is a good one.
We should bring back penis wrinkle.
I've never heard that one.
You never
I
heard
think
that
I've only
one?
heard that from you.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that children's book, A Wrinkle in Shaft.
Welcome, everyone, to the SmoshCast.
Whoa.
What is this? I haven't been here in a while.
I know. Well, to everyone else, like, it's just been, like, a SmoshCast coming every week and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But we recorded several podcasts leading up to a little winter break that we took. You know, a little sanity break from all the crazy stuff that
A
we do.
little Santa-tea break
Oh,
because it's Christmas or holiday.
Yeah.
We're basically in high school. We had winter break. We came to a new year.
Yeah.
New us.
That's true. We took about 2 weeks off, so we recorded, I think, like 4 podcasts in a day.
And edited. Kevin
Yeah,
edited a
thank you,
couple
Kevin.
compilations. So
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Kev.
Yeah, good job, Kevin.
Yeah, so we all went our separate ways for the holidays.
Yeah.
Some of us went back home to wherever the heck we came from.
We all stayed in California.
Yeah, I visited my mom in San Diego for a few days. I just take the train to do that. But otherwise, I was like, I just needed some time at home. Like, our schedule stays so crazy here that I'm just like, I haven't vacuumed my room in a while. Like, just that kind of stuff.
Did you spend all winter break vacuuming your room?
I did, and just staring in the mirror while doing it, and it was one spot.
I
Some
love
people
that
would say it's a mental
sound.
breakdown.
The
Yeah.
like when you're gay, when you hear that you're getting the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like one white patch of carpet now in an otherwise beige room.
Yeah. Do you get that sound when you like vacuum like around your cat's litter box?
Oh,
It's, like,
yeah.
just all that stuff.
Yeah, try to sweep that first, because then when you're trying to empty out, like I've got like that handheld Dyson kind of deal.
too.
Where, so it's only got that small tank. So if
Yeah.
that thing's fully filled with litter, that's a bad time.
Wow.
yeah.
Dyson. How does it
I
feel
have
to
the,
be in the
like-
1%?
It was a gift. That
you're
was a joke
lucky.
from before.
Well, it's really in it, I think.
We might throw the face in there. So go ahead and call it. Say it.
Joke, you fudge mouth.
Just say it.
Can't-
Just
You were
say
just
it, Damien.
saying it.
But it was like, it was peppery and in the moment, and now I've like lost my vibe.
Yeah, you
But
don't want to say it when you don't feel it,
No.
you know?
But it'll feel good. Just do it. Just try it.
You flip.
Cute.
You flip flop.
I'm telling you, man.
Ooh, flip-flops.
You
The
flip.
day that you say it to my face, you're going to feel so good.
I say it about you all the time.
Aw.
But the Dyson was a big investment,
Yeah.
though. It's
Yeah.
a pretty penny.
Yeah.
It's,
I was very lucky to get it as a gift. I acknowledge that.
yeah,
I
dude.
acknowledge that.
But it's good. It's like the one I have, like when you put it on max, I don't need to sweep.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hit that and then I do the Swiffer and nothing.
but the battery goes into like overdrive. You're like, you got 3 minutes of max.
That
that's-
battery lasts like 30 minutes tops.
That's the issue. It goes very fast.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's good. I did a lot of
Welcome back
cleaning,
to
too.
Vac Talk.
Vac Chat.
Vac Chat.
I did a lot of
probably
cleaning
is-
too.
There probably is a vacuum podcast where they just talk about vacuums.
Or home improvement podcast.
But they got Vacuum Tuesdays.
Vacuum Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yes.
Took me a minute for the 10
Vacuum Wednesdays.
Vacuum Vince.
There's one called The Vacuum Podcast with Miles, hosted by Miles Null. Comprehensive reviews, news, and information on vacuum cleaners.
Cute.
Well, look at that. So there is a podcast on vacuums. If you're a big vac fan and you got to get your vac talk in.
They should call it just the Vax, miss.
Oh, dang.
Oh, shoot.
You know, yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
So you did a lot of cleaning?
Yeah, dude. Okay. Well, I was very sick over winter break. We both were.
Everyone was.
Yeah, I got sick.
I couldn't even make it to the last day at work because I was so sick I couldn't even
Oh,
keep
but you
water
made it
in
to
my
the
body.
holiday party.
But I should not have. I know.
I
I was like,
couldn't.
but I gotta go out though.
I couldn't, man. So basically, I'd say half or 75% of the office caught this flu. Yeah, I definitely got it.
We were in the office that day before the party, and like me and Monica were like trying to stay awake, but like
Monica was
dozing.
sleeping. We had like
Yeah.
a secret Santa where everyone got each other a present, and we were all like partying and stuff. And like I look over and like Monica's sleeping on the couch.
Yeah,
I was like,
dude.
oh. But I went home. And I was like, okay, I'll just take a nap, and then I'll have enough energy. Like you guys went out and got some bomb pizza.
Yeah.
And I was
the
like,
best
okay,
place.
I'll just skip the pizza. I'll just take a nap, and then I'll go to the holiday party. I sat on my couch, and I was like, I cannot get up.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I knew you were feeling rough. It hit everybody super hard. And I think it's so interesting that we have like this office culture of like, I feel like if someone is sick and they wanted to go home, that would be okay. But nobody like makes anyone do that. And so when someone gets sick, we just sort of ping pong back and forth, and someone will show up and be like, no, I'm actually fine. I can stick it out today. We should be like, get out of here, patient zero. Because this was the one time I skipped being sick in the office. Like, people joke around like in comments that I'm always sick, but it's just the way
Really?
we film videos. Yeah, I'm not always sick at all, but if
That's weird. Damn.
yeah,
No. They're saying you're always sick.
gnarly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did get sick over break, but like I was just sort of shocked looking around and being like, wow, is this what people think of me?
Yeah.
These ill babies?
And it's so funny because like this is the first year that I got the flu shot, and I think I got the flu. But then I heard somebody said that like
There's two
if
different.
you get the flu shot and then you get the flu, the symptoms aren't as bad.
I think that's the case.
Well, there's two types of flus, and there's like a certain. They only like will give you a vaccine for one of the types.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what Shane was saying. Like, there's a flu A and a flu B,
Oh, that's
something
right.
like that.
I feel like I've
And it's
heard
like they
that.
give you the
We
vaccine
need
for
to
the
bring-
one that they're worried about.
I feel like we need to bring a real doctor on here to be like, no, actually, I mean,
Just
it's
trust
like,
me.
yeah, I mean, I think it's essentially like the flu vaccine is like medicine's best guess at what the strain is.
at what the DNA of it or is.
Yeah.
Whatever. The genetic makeup of it.
But
You guys realize that the only things we've talked about so far: vacuums, vaccines, and vacations.
it's
Sorry.
the V talk.
It's just VAC. I had to say it.
What else? Vacas. We could talk about vacas.
What's that? Vodka
cows.
sodas?
It's just a cow.
It's
in
a cow in
Spanish.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Vaca.
Sorry, I sidetracked
Sorry.
us.
No.
No, it's fine. Did you get the flu shot, Courtney?
No, I didn't. Shane, like, there's a place where we could get him really close to our studio, and he went, and I was like, frick, I have a scene. I can't. But I would have gotten it otherwise. But like, my flu became the stomach flu. So it was so bad.
Yeah.
I was texting you all day. I was like, I'm sipping water, and if I take too many sips, it's leaving my body.
Yeah.
Like, I had to fight, and like, Shane brought a little care package of like ginger ale and stuff on his way to the office.
Yeah.
And I would have died otherwise. I honestly
you
would have
were-
had to go to the emergency
You
room.
were
like
messed
said.
up because like I was just like I was just really tired. I was just a little achy. My head was all stuffy, but other than that, like I wasn't throwing up or anything like
Yeah.
you were.
I was just at the party. I was talking up a storm with people, and then I like ended it dancing a little bit. Like definitely pushed my body
Might have had a
to
few
the limit.
drinky drinks.
I did. Yes, Rhett got me a prosecco. It was very nice.
Oh.
But it was. I definitely pushed like my body, like dancing and talking. I was like, because I was losing my voice being sick.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to the writing team at Mythical, and I was like pushing
You were
my
living
voice
that.
box.
You were living that life.
I was
You just
having
had
a
to
good
pay
time.
for it.
But it literally costed me my winter break because I was so sick the entire time. That kind of sick where you're like, I don't remember what it feels like to feel good. Like literally,
Oh my
what is our
God.
scene in
Yep,
every sick day?
We did that in every sick day.
It's so real. And like I was recovering from like a medical operation, and then I got sick right when I was like
That's the
supposed to be
worst,
okay.
when it like doubles up.
Yeah, so it was like 6-7 weeks of just not being able to be my normal self, and I was like in a really bad place.
But now you back in the gym. You
I'm
getting
back
your
in the
swole
game,
on.
beach. During winter break, I think my favorite tweet that I saw, which was so true, it was Eugene from Try Guys. He was like, yeah, like the new year, we're all going to be like trying to be our better selves, like New Year's resolutions and stuff. But take these days between Christmas and New Year's, those 6 days, be the most unimpressive version of yourself. Become a couch. Like, do not do anything. Like, these are your days. And I had seen that after the fact, but I was like, yes, that's what I did. I played Minecraft for 6 hours.
Wow.
Like,
I respect
that was
that.
nice.
I'm trying to think of the laziest thing that I did over the winter break.
I played Danganronpa for a full day, which is like
What?
It's like a murder mystery game kind of
cool.
deal.
Danganronpa
Danganronpa, yeah. It's
is like Australian.
no.
Look at that Danganronpa.
Oh, look at that Danganronpa. No, it's just a murder mystery game, and it's like I don't know. It's a very like whodunit situation, but it also has like normal life aspect built in. So once you do that and then a murder happens, then the investigation happens. You're like, well, I got to collect clues. And then you go to a trial and you have to like prove your case, and then it all starts again. So it's the kind of thing where you're like, okay, well, I'll just finish up this bit and then I'll go to bed. And then 14 hours have passed and you're like, who am I?
Is this a video game?
Yeah.
When a game can do that to you, like, hell yeah.
I've missed that feeling so much, and I think I started playing Danganronpa like midway through my time at like Defy Smosh, and I like sort of forgot about it. And then I was like, why can't I move on? Why can't I find that new game that makes me get lost for hours and hours and hours? It's because I never finished it. So now I'm feeling good, and I've moved on to the next one.
When Skyrim was new.
That's literally what I'm talking about. Like, I need a new Skyrim, and right now, that's Danganronpa.
Nice.
Danganronpa. Yeah, I forget. I miss those days like when I would play a game till the sun literally rose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That was Skyrim for me.
I mean, also, I don't miss those days because that's extremely irresponsible.
No, it's great.
when you're young or when you're like do it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember back when I was working at the pharmacy, I would be, it was kind of part-time, but as long as I had my job, got my paycheck, I'd work a few hours early in the day, I'd come home. The rest of the day and night were dedicated to my Xbox. Like,
there's so many worse forms for your depression to take. Let's just let people do that one. Like,
escapism at its finest.
it's great. You
The
could
minimal
be doing
work.
worse.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when I had my first ever like bachelor pad in Los Angeles. It was right after Shane and I did our Disney show, and it was, I had a little money in the bank because of that, and I didn't have like a job right away because I was like, I want to get back to acting. I'm going to be auditioning. I need to be available. I'm in a position to do that. Great. So I let myself have that for a while. But it was also right when Skyrim came out, and I had never played an Elder Scrolls game, and I was like, let's just try this out. So first ever apartment by myself.
Oh, God.
There was like, I would stock up on food. I had laundry in my room. Like, I didn't need to go anywhere for anything. I would go days without talking to people.
Hello,
And
isolation.
I'm beaming right now. Look at this smile.
Oh, my God.
Just Skyrim for days.
Without talking to anybody.
That was great. That was
Damn.
awesome. I mean, I think I'd say like pinto beans, please, at Chipotle, but like that was about it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, man.
That's intense.
It was awesome.
Hey, it's Ian, the host of the SmoshCast. If you've ever wanted to start your own podcast, you might think you need all kinds of equipment to set it up. And guess what, baby? That's wrong. All you need is Anchor. Anchor is an all-in-one free tool from Spotify that lets you create your own podcast and get it heard anywhere. With Anchor, you could record, edit, be heard on all listening platforms, and they'll even pair you with sponsors to help you get paid for your show. It all works in your web browser or right from Anchor's mobile app, and best of all, all, it's totally free. Make your own podcast with Anchor today by going to anchor.fm/Smosh. That's anchor.fm/Smosh. I think I might have done it with like Fallout. The one for some reason, the one game that I remember like being like, oh, it's sunrise. I was playing the campaign of Battlefield Bad Company.
Oh.
Might have been the first or the second one. Those campaigns were so much fun.
I've never seen or played any campaign from like Battlefield or Call of Duty, like none of those.
Oh man, Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare's campaign, so litty.
Really?
So litty.
Shooter games have never been my thing so much, but I can respect those who like them.
But then the thing with like Battlefield Bad Company was like the campaign was like comedic. It was like a weird like kind of like snarky comedic like
Nice.
Interesting.
war game. Is
that the one that
good.
takes place in Vietnam?
No, it was like it was like, you know, typical fictional universe kind of thing, but it's like you're like the shitty like people, you're like the shitty soldiers.
You're the bad company.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Got it.
rejects and they all get like sent somewhere and then
Got
blah,
it.
blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I just remember like just getting sucked into that campaign and being like, okay, I'll just play one more, just play a little bit more. And then just sunrise. I was like, oh.
I think Halo 3, me and my little brothers played the campaign co-op until sunrise.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Halo 3 is kind of like the campaign is kind of a fever dream for me because I feel like I just kind of like blasted through it because I felt like the compulsion that I just had to like finish out the campaign. I had to finish the fight.
Dude, I still feel committed to Halo. Like the story and like that whole like game series is incredible. Halo 2 I think was the best one though. Halo 4 made me cry.
Wow.
But Halo 2 was so cool that like that was the first time where you could become the Arbiter, right?
Yeah.
That one, like that was so cool. Such a cool experience. Like I'll remember that forever.
Should I go back and play the remastered version? Because I missed out on Halo.
100%.
I was never
We
an
talked
Xbox
about trying to do
kid
that for
back in the
Smosh
day.
Games.
We did.
Yeah, but we were like, man.
I mean, let's just do it.
I
You
feel
know what?
like-
Locked in right now. Let's not ask anybody else. Sarah, Matt, sorry to tell you, we're doing it.
I feel like it would kind of hold up, but then also like so many things have been done better. Since then.
What
That
I love
learned from
about
it, I'm sure.
in the remastered, there's a button that you can push and you can like see what it looked like in the old version.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
literally at the touch of a
awesome.
button. It'll go doot 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 doot. You
Yeah,
see
that's
the old
cool.
versus the new.
Well, because the same company made Destiny, so I feel like I really enjoyed Destiny too. So
yeah.
it's like why, sometimes we build on things and we remember them more fondly than.
It's probably not as fast paced. Like Halo, probably not as fast paced as Destiny, but it's a great game.
The characters are very
Yeah.
lovely.
Story's fun.
I wonder how many of our viewers or listeners right now don't play video games that much and are like, what are they freaking talking about?
Well, we started with vacuums.
Yeah.
We're going to alienate someone somewhere.
So what was like a really, really fun thing you guys did over the break then? What's the worst thing you did over the break?
Well, I was sick as a bitch.
Uh-huh.
I watched so many good Christmas movies this year. Like, we brought in the good ones, like Family Jewel, The Holiday with Jack Black. Like, those two, so good.
But what about good movies?
Come on. The Holiday's really good.
I saw White Christmas for the first time.
White Christmas,
White
which
Christmas.
one's that?
It's the. Yeah. Oh, come on. God, I hate copyright stuff so much. You don't understand how,
It's frustrating. Well,
it's
no,
hard.
because the music people are worried that instead of going to iTunes and listening to White Christmas, they're going to come to this podcast and listen to you sing it
Well, I heard
instead
it.
while they're working out, you know?
Sorry, Bing Crosby. Damien at 8:30 in the morning singing under his breath. Totally outdoes you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the movie where they try to go to Vermont and see the snow, and then there's no snow, and no one's at the lodge either.
Is
and
this old? Is this an old
Yeah, it's
movie?
old.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of the classics.
Yeah.
You know, It's a Wonderful Life. I watched that for the first time, as an adult.
It's one of my
year.
dad's favorite movies.
Well,
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful movie.
I've seen the first half.
Had me in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Good meme ref.
So what else? Huh? What else?
What else?
What was the most notable thing from your vacation?
Well, that cool thing you did wasn't technically during break, was it? But you did
we
stream.
came back for 2 days. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I did a Twitch stream. I woke up and I was like actually feeling kind of sick, and I was going to cancel that morning, but I was like, I saw a tweet about the Australia stuff, and it was like, here's all the places you can donate, and I was like, I kind of want to do a charity stream. So I did my usual stream, but made it for charity, and like all I did was organize it, but the community like showed up and raised a poop ton of money.
How much?
For $4,014.04.
That's awesome.
Thank you. So I donated to Wires, which is like an animal rescue, because the animals have been so displaced or killed. It is just absolutely awful. And then the second half went to Red Cross.
Nice.
How long did you stream for?
That was 2.5 hours because I was
Only
still
that much
sick.
in 2 hours?
That's it?
Yeah.
That's incredible,
People
Damien.
showed up. Oh, thank you.
For only a couple hours, because people do charity streams and they're on for like 12, 24 hours.
Yeah.
And for that small amount of time to raise that much, like with your own community alone, like that's really impressive.
People were really flipping cool.
Yeah,
was
I didn't
very
get
proud.
to tune in, but like I applaud you, dude.
Thank you very much.
Like it's crazy how long it took for people to. I don't know how it took so long for me to find out about the fires personally.
Because there's so much going on in the world. Like, you can't know about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Something
think
as
like
big as that. Like,
I mean, the fire, Australia has been dealing with fires forever. But I think, this is the first time that it became so massive, and also, smoke's blowing into the city. A lot more people are being aware of it, posting on social media. Same thing with like the Amazon fires. It's like everyone's just more aware of it because technology is so much more available now. But also, it's getting worse.
It really is. It's so sad, though.
have you ever been?
To
Have you guys
Australia?
ever been?
No, I would love to. but
Have you been? You've
Yeah.
been
It's
for
bucket
like
list.
VidCon.
I've been to, and because I've been there, I have to now say it like they say it, Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Danganronpa. Melbourne. And it's a beautiful city. I love it.
My
I
dad
could
went there
see
for-
myself living there.
I don't know if it was Melbourne, but my dad went to Australia for 2 years.
Whoa.
It was like
surf?
serve a mission.
Wow.
I think he did secretly like sneak away and surf. I think so. I think that's what he told me. He was
Yeah.
a rascal during his mission, but
Whoa.
He was a bad Mormon.
not like a bad Mormon.
Battlefield, bad
like,
Mormon.
Getting off his bike and
He
then
wasn't like
going.
breaking laws. He wasn't breaking laws. He may have broken a couple rules, but like, he was just trying to have fun. Like, so he would do things like go surfing, like secretly, or like,
Yeah.
Or ride in a kangaroo's pouch.
Yeah.
There's definitely worse places you could serve your mission.
yeah,
Like,
that's so crazy.
Australia is pretty dope.
Like people like there's actually this really cool franchise of a bunch of movies that are made by like a Mormon production company, and it's like about people in the Mormon church. There's like they're comedies, rom-coms. They're actually I kind of want to like sit you guys down and have you watch a couple because they're very entertaining
We're gonna
to
be
see.
indoctrinated.
No, but it's like it's very interesting to see like that specific of a type of a movie, about like a Mormon missionary who thought he was going to go somewhere incredible, and they sent him to Boise, Idaho. Like
Interesting.
Like
We should watch Book of Mormon.
no,
Still really want
have
to
you
see
not
that.
seen that play?
I haven't either.
I have. That was my first and only
How did
Broadway
you feel
play I've
about
ever
it?
seen. It was cool. I think since it was my first play ever, it was like a different feel. Like I haven't even seen Wicked or anything, so it was like it's theatrical, and you're like, okay, the acting is interesting. But it's very raunchy and like it's funny. I remember laughing, and like they have a song. They're basically saying "F you" in an African language, and they are flipping everyone off except for the middle fingers are backwards, so it's not too offensive to the audience.
Interesting.
I know that there is the one because I've heard one song from there, and it's all about how they.
Hasadiga ibawe. That's the "F you" or "Go F yourself."
The one I saw was like they're talking about how they. I want to say it was something about like they wanted to like a baby or something.
No.
What's up?
That's not in there.
I feel like I would have heard about that.
Oh wait, I can't sing these. What am I doing?
You should sing White Christmas. Wait, can we get a list of songs that are just over 100 years old and are therefore public
Yes,
domain?
yes.
We got to
Yeah.
sing something.
It's the Now That's
We
What
were
I Call
coming-
Music 1.
Thank
the first
you.
CD. That
Thank
one
you.
has all the 100-year-old songs.
So is
Yeah.
anyone gonna ask me what my
What was your
Yeah, what was the coolest?
What was your break? What did you do?
Ian, like what was like
Okay.
the coolest like thing that you did? Or
Yeah,
like,
let's host
or, like,
for a
when
second.
break.
Yeah, what was the
like what
coolest
did you tell us?
do?
We'd love to
What
know.
did you do?
Tell us.
Tell us about it.
Okay. So I went up. I went up to the mountains, and then I hung out up in the mountains with my family.
You skied?
Family friends. I did do some cross country skiing.
He was getting there.
Sorry,
But
I'm like my dad, like that.
But I'm not
excited.
to the best part. But I'm not to the best part yet, guys.
He skied.
That's not the best part. So then, after all that, then I drove straight back home. It was about a 9-hour drive. And then the next morning, I wake up and I got some ball pain.
Like a ball peen hammer.
Like my ball kind of hurts. I feel like I can only look at you for this part, Damien, because I feel weird.
Yeah, keep it-
I was
let's
like,
keep
I
it
was
that
like
way.
looking over my shoulder like that. I'm like, prolonged eye contact, sure.
So it's like that's not
Wow.
right.
Ball peen.
So I went to the ER and I got a ball ultrasound.
Ultrasound.
Yeah.
Ultrasound.
And I told my friend about it, and they're like, by the way, like, don't be afraid if, like, you know, while they're doing it, something happens. Like
I can't
So
think of
it's-
an environment less conducive to that.
that's what I was thinking. I didn't,
Okay.
but
I was like, it's cold and you're uncomfortable and everything. And there's a loud droning noise.
but it's
and you're
not
like,
cold. That's the
yeah.
thing. Because like, and actually, okay, this is. I'm just gonna go on a little rant about how even the medical practice is, sexist. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Because look, so ultrasound, like what they do, it's like this little like handheld device, and you know everyone knows it for like looking at babies in the mommy's belly, and to in order to like use the machine, they put like this lube on your belly, and then they like kind of move the device all around and look at the baby. So when they do it for your balls, the lube is warm.
Yeah, it's always warm. It's like how it is.
But it's not always warm for when they're looking at the baby.
I've heard that it's warm.
Oh,
always.
really?
I've heard that the chemical, like that's just how kind of it is. It just the
Because I heard
makeup of it makes it warm.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I could be
Finity, do you
wrong.
know about this? Do you know?
Yeah. From what I understand, and when I've been in the rooms getting the ultrasound with my wife, it's not cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, never mind.
It's just sitting around.
Oh, okay.
It's sitting at room temperature.
Oh no, this is warm.
I mean, you
I'm
thinking
not
you're
sure
getting
if it-
special treatment is the sexist thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Okay. So
Sorry, cut you off.
No.
So yeah, no, it was I got a ball ultrasound. Everything's fine.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. But I was a little worried.
Maybe you like hit yourself in your sleep.
I think it was, I don't know.
Maybe you slept on it weird.
Well,
I used to be paranoid that it would just sort of
Twist?
like rotate around.
and it's called torsion.
Torsion,
and
yeah.
and it can happen.
Right.
And if you don't get it taken care of in like a day, you could like straight up lose it.
Right.
So I was like, I was feeling a little ball pain. I was like, oh, that's not right. So yeah, I went there because it doesn't necessarily. It can be excruciating, and it can be like just like a little bit of pain. So yeah, if any of your organs are in slight pain and it's not normal, go to the hospital.
That's probably what you should do.
Yeah.
I grew up, my family, it was like, we never went to the hospital. We just like would stick it out. Whatever pain or
Rub some
whatever
Vicks on
weird
it.
issue I felt, it was like, it'll go away eventually. No medicine. Like maybe some Advil. But
no,
like
no
my
Vapo
family.
Rub?
No.
Vapo Rub fixes everything.
No
I
tussin.
didn't have extensive like medicine around. I mean, we had like when we were like really sick, we had like the chewables or the liquid stuff.
Yeah.
But like when it was like, I have this crazy pain in my rib cage. Well, could probably be fine, and it just goes away. Like,
Did you? And to bring it back to the theme of this episode, were you guys vaccinated?
I was not vaccinated until I was an early teenager.
Whoa!
I know. I think maybe I was like 10 or 11.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Just to clarify, you're talking about like all the vaccines, like in
I wasn't vaccinated until I was like 11.
Whoa!
Yeah, but I'm all up to date now. I'm all,
Yeah.
Don't even try to give
Hell
her
yeah.
polio.
I survived.
She can't get it.
Yeah. Get out of here, polio.
Yeah.
You face.
Typhoid, get out of here.
Yeah, measles. What are you gonna do? Measles better
Scooch
out of here.
Get a scooch.
I kind of am grateful for it because I'm like, it's not like I'm a hypochondriac that's like constantly medicating like crazy or like worried that something's wrong with me at all times. I'm usually I'm like the opposite a lot of times where I'm like,
Well, there's a middle ground. I think you're talking about the medicine stuff regarding not
physical ailments.
not vaccine necessarily, right?
Oh no. I mean is like I've obviously I get my vaccines and like
Right.
Yeah.
I mean I forgot to get my flu shot, like whatever, but like when it comes to like just when I'm feeling a pain and I'm like, oh, chest pain, that's weird. Whatever.
There's merit to that for sure.
Yeah, because I don't like going. I don't even have like a regular doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've gone to urgent care or I went to a pediatrician until I was like 16.
Yeah.
I used to have medical problems a lot, and I've gotten better in recent years, which is awesome, and I'm very grateful for it, but I used to go to the doctor all the time because of that. So that would always be my go-to. So there was a time in my life where I would like get a lung infection or something, and then I'd get like a steroid shot to clear it up, and then another lung infection a month later, and then a steroid shot, and it became this cycle where like my immune system really didn't have the ability to fight off anything on its own.
Yeah, steroid shots mess you up.
The steroid shot
I'm no stranger to
specifically will
those.
mess you up.
Yeah, you're only supposed to get so many.
Exactly, and I got so many. Now I'd say
But also, would you prefer to just die of pneumonia?
well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a balance where I got them all the time, and therefore I was constantly sick. And now that I don't do that as much, if I ever really need it, I can go get that, and it will have a true effect. But I have like been overall healthier, letting myself fight off the little stuff on my own, which has been interesting.
Steroid shots, I actually am a fan of those. Because I had a couple times where I would get really sick and then the sick part would be gone. I'd be healthy. But for some reason, my lymph nodes were hard as rocks and so painful that I couldn't swallow and I was just crying. Yeah. And so I would have to get a steroid shot in the old butt cheek. And
I still
and then
have
go away
like
in like an hour.
Like a little bit of a bump, like a sort of harder bump of like scar tissue where like you could
got
tell.
them?
Oh, I got plenty of those, but there was one dude who I knew it was his first day acting as a nurse to like do this, and I was like, look, man, it's got to be everyone's first day sometimes. Someone's got to be the first patient. I get it. I'm sure he's just fine. And then it was clearly in kind of the wrong spot, and it hurt like a mother goose. Ooh. And it was just like a golf ball sized bump for the longest time. Oh my God. Now it's a less of a bump, but we're going on like a year and a half, 2 years.
Jeez.
And I've still got like the kabump there. Wow. And so I was just like, damn.
I think I had the opposite experience where I had a lady who's clearly done many because it was weird because I remember I was getting it, and she's like about to put it in the top of my butt cheek. It's like kind of near the hip almost. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you have no butt. And I was like, what? And she's like, she's like pinching the hip skin, like as if she was having a hard time finding ass. And I was like, what? Never in my life have I been told this. I was so upset. But it's funny because you go in, and I'm like, I'm just in so much pain. And they like, the doctors look at each other, and they're like, oh, she's trying to get the hard stuff. And I was like, I just want a steroid shot. And they're like, all right, bend over.
Yeah.
I have difficulty with that specifically because I have a high tolerance for any sort of like hospital narcotic thing. So the few times I've been in the hospital, like for actual pain stuff, like waiting to be like emergency operated on, I'd be like, hi, you're going to want to give me morphine and that's not going to be enough. Just letting you know. And they're like, okay, we'll give it a shot. Then they give me morphine. I'm like, have you done it yet? And they're like, yeah, we gave you morphine an hour ago. I'm like, And so it always seems like I'm the guy that's just trying, but no, they have to give me the crazy stuff.
That sucks.
It does, because there's no way to sound honest about it.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I have multiple family members who have been paramedics or an EMT, and like they deal with people. Like my sister's an EMT, and she has had people straight up just try and climb into the back of her ambulance just to get stuff.
Just the
stuff. She's like in the driver's seat or passenger seat. And she's like, what the? And like people are after it. It sucks. It sucks. But steroid shots, they can be a lifesaver. But yeah, you can only get so many. Have you ever had a shot in your butt?
I've never been stuck in the butt.
Really?
Yeah.
Never been stuck in the butt?
No one ever stabbed me in the butt with no shot.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe as a kid, maybe. I don't know.
Not like too, and like I said, it's not too far in your butt. It's like literally like upper cheek, almost near like the
all I know.
Find the bump.
All I know is that they would not tell me that I have no butt.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was shocked because like even then, like I think I was still like a couple years out of track, and like I was like, yeah, I've
got the glutes.
I've got like Miller's got ass, and like
On the family crest, look, just above the fireplace.
Just the cheeks.
the family crest.
Damn it, Courtney, you're a Miller, and Miller's got ass. Now go to your room.
Well, I'm sorry you had the ball pin,
The ball peen
the ball
hammer.
pin, the ball.
Yeah,
pin
that was
hammer.
weird, man. That was weird.
Did they ever have any conclusion of what it was, or you just...
Well, the doctor was like, well, it's possible it half torsed and then went back. And that's enough to cause maybe, pain for...
Then you're just home alone thinking like, okay, I know it twisted. Which direction do I try to fix this?
I don't think you can't really fix it yourself. Yes, Ryan.
First off, this is the ultimate save it for the pod because you told no one before this.
Yep.
Really impressive.
Yeah, wow,
'Cause this is
I
the
was
best
shocked.
This is the best story you've ever had.
Thought it was a bit.
And me
thank
too.
you.
And then also, what were you doing before the ball pain?
What caused?
Well,
the ball
because what
pin,
I was
Ian?
thinking was that maybe it was because I took like a 9-hour drive back home.
Oh, like sitting on it?
With
You
like
didn't take breaks,
No,
Ian.
I go hard.
He's got a Porsche, so it's sort of got like a built-in like catheter toilet situation
Even
when you're...
Yeah.
Even sitting in an office, like you got to stand up every now and again.
mean,
my
like, yeah,
guy. That's exactly why.
I think I stopped twice.
to pee.
I stopped to once to pee and eat.
What'd you eat?
Pee-pee?
Oh, it's pee. It's a closed loop system.
No, what'd you get?
I stopped because it's always garbage when you're like
Yeah,
on a
I
road trip.
love road trip food.
Cracker Barrel.
I got
Cracker Barrel.
Jack in the Box.
Old
It
candy.
might have been Jack in the Box.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You think you're psychic?
It was Jack in the Box.
I don't claim that.
It was Jack in the Box because I got the chicken strips and they were like, "Would you want regular fries or curly?" I was like, curly.
Has anyone ordered the regular from Jack
Yeah.
in the Box when given the option?
Did you actually say it like that?
I was like,
That's
I was
how you
like,
should live your
I was
life.
like, ooh, curly.
Yeah. Ian pulls up in a Porsche and is just like, oh, curly. And it's
Curly.
Like, damn.
I will take it fancy style.
But that was drive-through, huh?
No, I stopped.
good,
Yeah,
good.
because I had to go pee.
Okay.
I've never peed in a bottle. Anyway.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
God.
Yeah, and I'm pee shy too, so it sucked.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
I was driving on. I used to work in Atlanta at this improv theater, and I did ever since I was like 14. But I was like at this point driving myself. So I was coming home from that, and there was this massive accident on the freeway from my exit, and the cars were just completely stopped. Once I drove by, I saw it was just like literal scraps of metal that used to be a car. It was awful, but I had to pee so bad, and there was nowhere to do it. Absolutely no escaping that situation. So I found a Gatorade bottle, and I was like,
Yeah.
here I go.
You really have. Yeah. I've came close to like pulling over on the side of the road and like opening up the side doors and peeing between the doors like it's my own little stall, but I've never had to do that. Oh no, maybe as a kid I did. But anyway,
That gave me the worst flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because I had an ex that like, he would just do it.
and he would leave it in the
What?
car.
There would be like 4 pee bottles in his car,
So
dude.
freaking
What?
gross.
Why did I date this person?
I don't
I don't know. We don't know, Courtney.
We don't know. And like he had finally got a new car and then he stopped. But like I dealt with, and I would like be like, dude, throw these away. Do not keep these in
Also,
your car.
Don't do it.
Old.
Maybe he was.
Days old, weeks old. He would just do it. And like they would be on the floor. Like I'm supposed to get in the passenger seat and there's like 4 bottles. And I was like, this is this. And like, it's like, that's how you know this girl's self-esteem was low if she was tolerating like that. Is it girls? Deal breaker number 1.
Yeah, girls, if your man is peeing
Or
in bottles,
boys.
that's the first sign. Get out of there.
Anybody, if whoever you are, if your significant other is collecting pee bottles in their car, might not want to date them.
Or maybe you're on an episode of Hoarders.
And you don't know it.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone else's pee and they're collecting it to sell to people to pass for drugs tests, because that's an entrepreneur and that's a ground floor you want to get in on.
Yeah. So on this road trip back,
Yes.
I got some Jack in the Box.
Yeah, glad you didn't have to pee in a bottle.
Yeah,
Proud
me
of you.
too. Thank God. But I also wasn't drinking a lot of like water, so I know it's bad because I just want to like just do a straight shot, so I don't drink a lot of water while I'm on like a long road trip. That way I can just go. I think about into like mile 500, I was getting tired. And I was like starting to like, my eyes get kind of like shaky. Like when I start like dozing off, I was like, ooh, I can't do this. Because
Yikes.
I've semi dozed off at the wheel before, and I've like basically sworn to never do that again.
Yeah.
So I started feeling a little tired. I was like, no, it's honestly not worth trying to like push myself. So I pulled over at like a random stop, like just pulled in a parking lot and took like a 30-minute nap.
That's great.
And felt
for
like
you.
a million times
Good.
better.
Yeah, I bet.
And then I got dinner. Any guesses, Courtney?
Sonic Burger.
No.
Don Kuko? Wait, what did you
No,
Did you Jackbox again?
No. Any more guesses?
Carl's
Yes.
Jr.
I think you got pizza.
Nope. All right.
Dang it.
It was McDonald's.
Oh, wow. So you kept the
I
road
got-
trip roll going.
Yeah, but I needed caffeine as well. So I was like, McDonald's, I know they got coffee.
McCafe?
Yeah, I got the
Nice.
McCafe. And
The
I got
cafe
a,
is actually not so bad.
and I got a
it's not.
cheeseburger and a side salad because I was like, I need to
Ooh.
eat something healthy.
And something easy to eat in the car on a trip.
No,
like
no.
salad.
I sat
Yeah.
I sat in the
Nice.
McDonald's
You did,
and ate
I
it.
didn't know people
Cute.
could do that.
I know.
I would like
know.
to see that. You sitting by yourself at a McDonald's.
It's a little sad.
No, it's cute though.
it was just
sad.
like me and a bunch of like Chinese tourists.
Love that. Love that for you.
Yeah, it was also in the area where like they have like all the cow feedlots, so the whole town smells like cow shit,
Love that.
and it's so bad that like all the fast food restaurants around there have these fans above the doors.
Oh, like-
that when you open the door, it just blows so they keep the smell out.
Interesting.
I hate
Yeah.
those.
Makes sense.
And it's also a good bacteria thing, too. I think this probably maybe was someone with their own speculation of why those were there, being like, yeah, when gross, dirty people come in, it just blows off all the...
I feel like that doesn't quite work like
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't work.
It's a car wash. Where people going.
Please step into sanitation, sir. All right,
Yeah.
you're cleared.
Yeah.
Pass through.
But that makes sense that 9 hours of sitting on your ass is gonna hurt your crotch a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's honestly what it was. I don't know. It was
Cars
weird.
are not the most like, as much as they try, like it doesn't seem like a seat of a car is ever gonna be like comfortable like that.
Isn't that crazy? We're never comfortable. Humans are not built to be comfortable. Like, we can't lay down on the grass and be like, this is perfect. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Well, we've conditioned ourselves to be that way. We've gotten so used to a certain type of way of living, like because I know like doesn't Shane said that he's like straight up just falling asleep on his back on the floor.
I believe it.
But that's more comfortable to me than a bed almost sometimes. I do that.
He's
I have
cushioned
that.
by all his muscle.
Yeah, he has his own mattress.
All that fluffy fluff muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe once. Like as a kid, I remember I used to be able to fall asleep on the skinny metal bleacher of like a high school, like during track meets. I would
Yeah.
be able to fall asleep like that with like a sweatshirt on my face.
I mean,
But-
I used to fall asleep anywhere.
It's no
Yeah.
wonder that
younger, it's-
nothing's comfortable because and this is a super like high thought, even though I'm not high. But gravity is just a force that's just continuously pulling
just going,
us.
sleep.
Yeah, it's like if somebody were to just be consistently pushing you towards a direction, we're getting consistently sucked downwards.
Yeah.
That's why
Would
old.
you say sucked downwards or pushed downwards?
I'd say sucked.
Yeah. That's it.
We're getting sucked. Just constantly, and
Yeah.
it never ends. We're
And
always
eventually-
getting just pulled
Yep.
down.
We're also being pulled by every other body in the universe, too, in their directions.
Emotionally?
No, just like lightly, but technically it exerts its force on you as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I
Being
mean,
pulled up and pulled down, and you're standing up, so you're pushing against gravity. Try it. I dare you.
I just pushed.
I dare you. Try as
Now
hard as
you're
you can.
pushing back.
No, it's just normal.
and that's why we always look so freaking terrible when
Well,
we're
yeah.
older because
Yeah, 'cause gravity's winning.
just pulling our skin down.
That's why if you ever see an old person who spent half their life walking on their hands, they just look like a normal ass
look
dude.
great. The gravity is just looking at old ladies and they're like, I want your boobs. So
Yeah.
they're just getting
Give
going.
me that tits.
Give me your boobs.
The earth demands boobs while
And
it's sucking
balls.
you down.
And balls.
Yeah, why-
because like
why-
old men get like the saggy balls.
Why not the pee-pee? Why doesn't
Because
the
Earth
pee-pee
wants
get
to
off?
screw
Because-
you over somehow.
Ew,
Courtney,
pee-pee.
little. No, I shouldn't tell her. I shouldn't tell her
The
men's
secrets of the
secret
pee-pee.
Tell
that
her.
we
I
just-
don't know.
that we just always keep it up. Right, guys?
Stay hard.
That's why it doesn't get dragged down like the balls do, because we always keep it up
Weirdo.
into our
You
waistband.
have a penis bra. Keep it flipped.
We all do that, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm trying my best.
Wow, we've talked a lot about the male genitalia today.
It's important. I think it's there's this stigma in society. We can't talk about the male balls.
As opposed to the female balls?
Yes, women have balls.
There's
This is my TED Talk. Women have balls.
Vacuums,
Have
vaccines,
balls.
vacations, and vaginas.
vaginas.
That's where we're at. And you talked about McDonald's.
Yes.
McDonald's.
You guys all be. So just so you know, you have 20 minutes left.
Great.
Great.
All right.
And so what else is on there we should talk about that would be clickable?
I mean, Ian's balls fell off is the most
yeah. We
clickable
were gonna-
video we've ever had.
Yeah, Ian's balls, a TED Talk.
Ian's balls hurt.
Ian's balls hurt. That's the title.
It's a 5-second clip.
Ian's balls sent him to the
I
hospital.
got ball pain and
I
video.
got ball pain. You know, on the subject of balls,
No.
Safiya Nygaard got married.
Yes.
She made like a 30-minute long marriage video, which is something that we've seen
People do.
a lot of YouTubers do. They do the kind of like big wedding video.
When I hear wedding video, my brain just goes to the LeBrant, like 40 million view wedding video. That is just like it. I
The
feel
LeMay's
like it
family.
was shot and edited by the people who shot and edited Twilight. Like that was the level of cinematography and edits and effects. There is effects
Yikes.
in that video. You guys didn't watch the wedding video, which is
I did
okay.
not. That's not my usual cup of tea.
I can give you a quick lowdown. So it wasn't a quick. It wasn't a typical wedding video. It was,
Okay.
She kept it in the vein of her brand and how she does videos, which is lots of voiceover and like her breaking down how everything was done. She also wasn't super traditional with like the dresses. Like, I don't know her husband's name. I feel bad that I don't after watching literally them get married. They saw each other. Like he was with her in the process of getting her dresses custom made. And like, so she was showing the whole process of everything they picked, like very much like Pinteresty, like showing everything as it was getting designed and made. And then she showed like the entire progress of setting up the wedding and getting ready. For the first part, like I actually did feel like some moments of feeling emotional because like she's not like super emotionally vulnerable on her channel often. It's very like, I did this thing and this is how it was executed and this is how it came out. So like there are moments like where she like cries and then her husband cries. And then like she goes through the whole wedding and it's a lot of, it's not like the LeBrant one at all because she and her husband are talking through it all.
It doesn't feel overly produced. It's her brand.
Well, it is very produced.
Yeah.
But it is
But in
within
her
her
style.
vein of her style. Exactly. Like then there'll be moments where she does show a little bit. There's obviously like copyrighted music stuff that she had to work around. And yeah, I think it was a beautiful wedding. Some YouTubers were there in the audience at the tables. At first I was like, okay, I see what she's doing. And I felt very emotionally like into it for the first time. Cause like I don't often or like ever get like maternal instincts or maternal needs or like wedding marriage needs at all. Like that is so weird to me. Or like it's just something I've never felt. It's a very foreign feeling. So like
Sure.
that was my first time being like, oh, I want a wedding. Like it was, and I was like, ugh, why did I feel that?
This is the marriage industrial complex.
It's very rare. Yeah. Yes.
They got
you. But like at the same time, it's I get it. It's a weird thing. Like I don't know.
Well,
But and then the more it carried out and like the more it was so narrated and produced and there was a point, like, even if she were to ask me to my face, like, how I felt about her video, it's like, I understand your style and I understand, like, why you went about it the way you did. I just don't know if I would do the same thing. It very much felt like, yes, this is also
if you were to do your own wedding.
It's like I think there was 2 bullet points of this wedding. It was like, yes, this is an incredible moment for me, and it's also an incredible opportunity for some awesome content. I think there was a lot of pluses for it, and I don't think she was any less genuine in it. Like it's obviously like they love each other and they're crying and they're adorable. I've watched a lot of her videos, like a lot. So like seeing them, it's lovely. But like it's unfortunate that the way she went about her video made me feel less into it as it carried out more. You know, it was she was narrating a wedding and like it didn't feel like it was actually experiencing it with her. It felt less genuine. It felt more planned and not as emotionally authentic.
Did it feel like she was experiencing it fully, though? Or did you get the sense that, like, she was always being mindful of the video while it was being filmed? Like, is her wedding day also about... interesting.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to answer your question before you finished asking the question.
But it sounds like the video is... Like, it sounds like the wedding video is... a Safiya Nygaard video.
Yes.
So, I mean, I guess she accomplished what she set out to do.
Totally. And she was crying a lot in the video. It was like very sweet, and it was cool to see that side of her. But it was interesting because like they obviously filmed the narration. Like it's literally them sitting on a couch with mics. So you're hearing the VO as well as cutting to them occasionally on this couch.
Interesting.
So they're not as emotionally attached to that experience when they're talking about it. And I think that was what kind of took me out of it a little bit. It felt like a story, not like real.
Is there a way people could do something like that and still have it genuine? Or do you think like wedding videos, relationship videos, all those like YouTube-y like we broke up or surprise we've been dating, like
thing.
What do you think about those?
Because then you go to the LeBrant one and like not knowing them and not watching their content, it purely felt like a moneymaker to me, even though they're crying and they obviously love each other. Because there's two sides. That was a fully cinematic, this was my experience. And then there was like, hey, this is me. And this is how I got married. Like, I don't know. It feels so weird. It's such a strange world we live in.
Would you ever post... I mean, because a lot of people get like...
Wedding videos
They do wedding videos.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people, they hire wedding photographers, wedding videographers. Would you ever put together a wedding video and post it online?
Well, or like I'll expand that question because none of us are in like marriage mode right now.
Yeah,
so, like,
I'm like so
would you
for yourself? I'm gonna go on 90 Day Fiance.
But would you do like, I don't know, if you were in a relationship, would you do all those like relationship-y videos, like 3 days reading my boyfriend's thoughts, like that, or whatever?
I do want to talk about that. It's interesting because in this past year, I feel like I've gotten a lot more private with like there's been some events in my life that have caused me to kind of separate from the audience a little bit. It doesn't feel great. I needed some distance for a bit, and I have learned to appreciate privacy. And relationships is just seeing like, okay, so Anthony really recently announced his relationship with Glam and Gore, and I'm like, you could tell how liberating that was for him. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're so happy. It's so cool to know that you're so happy. And like, I know Anthony personally, so it is kind of different from like as a viewer or a fan, where it's like, I'm like, hey, I'm really glad that my friend is happy, and now I know that he's in a good relationship that makes him feel good. But like as a fan, it's like, I don't know. Even on my Facebook, right? Okay, so you have your Facebook page, and I feel weird knowing that there are photos on Facebook of me and my ex. I delete them whenever I see them because I'm like, this is weird. Like, I don't want to have a collection of the people that I've had in my life like that. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I wouldn't, because like, you know, Anthony had videos with his previous girlfriend. So it's like, is this now a collection of videos with you and different girlfriends? Like, there are multiple videos of Anthony with multiple girlfriends and very like personal, close moments. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to have people being like, well, comparing my relationships, you know, like that's my business.
Yes.
I'm kind of in the same boat because it is interesting being in this space, especially like it becomes a part of like, it's sort of like what we're talking about with the wedding video. There's the personal life and there's the business life. And this world is fun. YouTube, like whatever influencery life, it's fun, but it is also, there are parts of it that is a business. And it's sort of like having a new person be a part of that and synonymous with that is like, that's a big deal that I don't think people really think about fully all the time.
And love is like scary.
Yeah,
you know,
there's enough pressure.
You can be so sure about somebody and like you can be so sure like this is it. Yes. Hell yeah, I'll put it on the internet. Like I'm so sure about this. But then what if 2 years from now you were totally wrong? And then
well, maybe not wrong, but I mean somebody changed.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's also
you're
possible.
right. That's true.
Somebody starts
that is a better way to put
starts
it.
peeing in their bottles more. You know?
Thank you.
Like,
and we're back.
I just think because the internet is forever.
Yeah.
Even if you delete a video.
sure.
30 people have downloaded it and posted it elsewhere. It's like, I don't know. A relationship is a commitment. In a way, internet is an even bigger commitment if you have like the audience that is there
I think it's
watching
totally
your life.
true like that. And because like also what if you and your significant other get into a fight and then all the comments all day, even though nobody knows about it, are like, we haven't seen this person in a minute. Is everything okay? Is everything fine? Is everything fine? Is everything fine? And it's just like you're like, man, all of a sudden that has to be something you're talking about and stuff. It just, I don't know. Relationships are hard enough without being like, hey, do 300,000 people want to dissect every move we make?
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
like, yeah.
I think it also depends on the amount of weight that you put on that as well. I think I've always been like, I've never really made my relationships a secret.
You don't have like an announcement
I haven't
video,
really made it my focus. Like, yeah, when I got together with Pam, I did make like an Instagram post like professing my love for her, but that's the way that I felt in that moment.
Yeah, and there's
like,
not a wrong
I get
answer.
that though, because I know what it feels like to be dating someone and wanting to just brag and shout to the world who
Yeah.
you're with
Yeah.
and like how much you adore them. Like I get it.
Yeah.
And that's the way
So-
that I felt at the time. So why not? I mean, and you know, everything went fine. Everything was fine with her. So I never felt a reason to like go back and delete posts or anything. And everyone was, I mean, I
things ended
never
well
really
with you
had
guys.
people bother me about my relationship, or maybe I just never paid attention.
I think you also set a good precedent of like, you don't really give people, and this isn't saying like, I don't know, you keep it just open / private enough that it's like people don't feel like they're entitled to have an opinion about something that you aren't really open with, like, you know?
I just don't share. I don't share a whole lot. I mean, like, I don't keep a lot of things a secret, but I also don't share everything in my private life because I think it's important to have that kind of separation. Like, if there's something funny or silly that I did with the person that I'm with, then yeah, whatever, I'll share that. But it's not going to be like, oh my God, like, we just did this thing together. Ha ha ha, we're couples.
Couples content.
Yeah. It's like, fuck that. Like, that's
other
that's
people,
for
it's
myself
fine.
to enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh my God, we love each other. Couples, picture. Okay, hold on. Wait right there, bitch. Let me just caption this real quick. Let me put a good filter on it. Oh my God.
Why is your voice
hashtag-
different?
Well, here's the thing.
That's my Instagram
Maybe
voice.
we're being the conservative ones, though. You know, because maybe there's some freedom and like, who cares? Life is crazy, and like Anthony announcing his relationship, it's like, yes, this is me now. This is my relationship now. I'm happy now.
Yeah.
I had a good point that was like while you were talking about the Instagram stuff. Dang it. Oh, I hate when that happens on podcasts.
Oh, gosh.
I had a thing to say, and now I don't.
It just gets a little dangerous
that-
when you mix personal stuff with business.
But I love watching YouTubers that are together, like Safiya and her
that's
husband.
fair.
I enjoy watching them and their dynamic. I'm like, oh, these cute people who live together and have this life together and do this stuff. Like, I definitely...
I guess
I don't
I'm
think
always
it's wrong
people
to do it.
and-
I just think is it right for you? Is
Yeah.
it your own choice?
Yeah.
So I don't think there should be an
Yeah.
expectation either way.
It's like, I don't like this sweater on me, but I like it on you.
yeah.
It's like that.
I could never pull off something like
Yeah.
that. Oh, but it looks so good on
yeah.
you, Ian.
I hate Uggs, but you pull them off.
I love how you wear them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I were to ever have a relationship that was like so apparent in my life that it's like obviously people are going to know about it, I don't think I would ever make it a part of my brand.
Yeah.
You know? I like...
I mean, I hope to God my next girlfriend, whatever, is not a, YouTuber. But if it happens, then, so be it. but
Yeah.
but I mean, if I could just, find somebody that's just like, I don't know, a scientist or, a teacher.
It's like you
Crazy.
forgot
or
what other
something.
jobs are.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, some kind of bird,
But somebody that's
walker, I don't
yeah.
know.
But somebody that's just completely like removed from all this other, stuff that we do.
Yeah.
So it's not like, my personal life can be separate from,
That's crazy because I feel like I want and need to be dating someone who's like in the similar industry of like film and movies
Really?
and stuff.
Well, because
Like-
they
I
would
think similar-
understand then
Yeah.
when you're like, I have to go to this premiere, I have to do this thing. You
Yeah.
don't have
Sure.
to explain why that's important.
Dating a zookeeper, I'd be like, that's cool. I can't relate to the problems you're having. Oh no, the panda stepped on your shoe.
Well, that would suck. You can't relate to that.
No.
I'll step on your shoe. You'll see.
I'll date a zookeeper because he can probably like pet a lion. or
Don't
something.
you hate it when a panda steps on your boot?
Any zookeepers out there?
Please hit up
Hit
Ian.
up Ian.
Hot eligible zookeepers.
Hot zookeeper looking for hot YouTuber.
Zookeepersonly.com.
Pandas are on there looking for zookeepers.
Pandas,
Pandas
are
are on there?
1,000%
Pandas are on there
not
looking
on
for
there.
zookeepers.
Pandas are looking for ways to take naps and eat food, so they don't have
True.
to bone.
That's true.
There's nothing we would like more than for them to do that, and they don't.
Yeah.
If only the world tried to save Australia as much as we tried to save pandas.
Well, maybe our listeners can donate if they choose.
Yes. Can we
Ooh.
put some links in the description?
Let's throw some links in the description if you guys want to help out Australia and all that shit they're going through. You know, let's help out some cute little koalas. They're in serious danger.
Yeah.
Those little freaking bears.
Oh,
They're not even bears,
dude.
right?
They're koala bears.
They're
that's what they call
technically
I think they're technically, they're
they're
marsupials.
marsupials, yeah. Gosh dang, they're
hurts.
so freaking cute. They
Poor-
were already going through a chlamydia crisis.
That's true.
Now
Poor drop bears.
the drop bears.
The drop
yeah.
bears.
That's a little
Well,
Australian, joke.
humor for you
Yeah.
guys. For you Australians, there's some drop bears. I know, I'm on your games.
Yeah. I will say it's good to be back. It's good to be back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the pod, casting pods again
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah.
catching
Been
up.
fun.
It's been great.
I like talking about my balls with you guys.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think you made eye contact with me just for the word balls.
Maybe next time
So
you
thank
can ask
you.
other people about their balls.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or
Ask me about my
how are your
balls.
lady balls.
My balls, they're getting better. You know, they had a hard year.
All right. They're on the upswing.
Yeah.
Well, mine are on the downswing, if you know what I mean. Gravity.
Mine are in perfect stasis between up and down at all times.
Zero G. Zero G balls.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. Teach me your ways.
Okay.
That's okay on time, yeah? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I've never had to go to the bathroom more in my life.
You guys
which is
kill
great.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, Courtney and Damien, for coming on
Thank you,
the
Ethan.
SmoshCast
Thank
with
you,
me.
Papa Ian.
Thank you, Papa
You're
Smurf.
welcome. You're welcome, children. And thank you guys for listening or watching. SmoshCast is available on any of your podcast app listening places, and also YouTube at SmoshCast. Rate us 5 stars on any of the podcast apps. Subscribe to us, and kiss your mother if you have one, and if you don't, then my sincerest
Kiss your neighbor.
Kiss your neighbor.
Kiss your parental unit directly on the eyeball and make sure their eyes open and make sure they are not expecting it.
And use tongue. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. Smosh.store. Get some merch.
Love
and also
you.
my favorite coffee.
Oh, I got so much my favorite coffee and merch for my family for Christmas.
Yeah, good job.
They
Keeping
love
in
it.
family.
I did not.
That's I don't forgive you. All right. Bye.
Love you. Bye.